Hello guys, and welcome back to another World of Tanks Xbox 360 replay with me, Don Tomo. We're the big guys, and today we're showing you the GW Tiger P. This is the tier 8 German artillery, and we're on Komarin. So this tank's pretty much a school bus. It's absolutely massive. It's a pain in the ass to drive around. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but this is a really fun round. I finish it up with two amazing shots, and that's kind of why I want to show you guys. So make sure you watch the end. That's the best bit. I get a few kills as well, so it's a pretty decent round for an artillery. But yeah, this thing's pretty frustrating to use. When you watch this video, I've already sold this. This was just before I got to the tier 9, so I just grabbed that and sold this one. But I'm not sure I'm going to keep playing it at higher tiers. It's not so much fun. The artilleries just get so slow to aim and so inaccurate when they get higher tier. It can just be really frustrating to play with them. So Komarin's a pretty good map to get with RT. It's a pretty sort of campy map, so people are going to be sitting in the same area a lot, give you a lot of opportunity to shoot them. These guys are a little bit worryingly close, 483 meters away, a little bit of a risk of getting spotted, but I got a couple of bushes, so I should be alright. Managed to get a cheeky little hit away there, and you get to see the full glory of the 30-second reload time, which is one of the many reasons this tank can be very frustrating. A little bit of an early scare here as this Chaffee makes a run for going for the easy arty kill. Gets very close, but thankfully gets sorted out by Kong in the Tiger. So one of the other reasons this tank is very frustrating is the terrible gun traverse. So you only have to turn. And you'll just see this shot here. You only have to turn the turret a tiny bit for it to reset the aim, and that's because your turret is turning a tiny bit, and then your tank itself has to turn to re-aim the shot, and that's what causes the sights to reset. There we go, first kill. I much prefer the tier 7, the GW Panther before this tank is a much more enjoyable artillery to play. It's much more accurate. A lot less frustration sitting there. You don't have to sit there and wait 30 seconds for a shot and then fire it and miss half the time, which can be pretty irritating. So their artillery spotted, but he looks like he's on the move, so there's no point trying to grab him. So I've got a pretty standard equipment set up on the RT, camo net, and the faster reload and faster aiming time. I'm sure that's pretty much everyone uses on it, although I don't imagine the camo's much use because you could spot this thing from miles away. It's got to be one of the, I think it's one of the biggest tanks in the game. Kill number 2. So there's a lot of debate on the forums about artillery being overpowered or artillery being unfair or ruining games, and it certainly can be frustrating sometimes. But I think if you haven't played artillery and you just look at the stats and you see 2000 alpha damage with this gun, you think, okay, that's OP, but when you watch a round, an average round, it's so rare to hit anything even over 1000 and there's another kill, is a very, very high roll for this. It just doesn't really penetrate that well, so generally you're doing 500-600 damage. Hit someone in the back or the side, you're going to do a lot of damage, but that doesn't happen very often. You don't often get to flank people in a thing the size of a school bus. I think the biggest hit I've seen this thing do was I've done 2050 damage in a shot with this thing, I think, before, around that, and also set the guy on fire. I think that was an IS-7. So if you're thinking this artillery's pretty ridiculously accurate, I wouldn't get too overexcited because this is a very lucky game for me. Normally you'd see a lot more of these shells go like far top or bottom of the reticule and miss. So of all the artillery games I've played, this is the only one I've saved to show you guys. So keep in mind there's a lot of misses for every hit, and that's why my hit ratio is so low overall, because of playing artillery. So the enemy team's got pretty well destroyed here. I think I'm on 3 kills. Try again for that Tiger 2, and you see the shell falls right at the bottom of the reticule. I had no chance of hitting him. So I'm pretty confident we're going to win this, but also pretty confident I'm going to die right now, because I've got no one between me and both the enemy tanks, I think, are down this flank. So, and there we go. This Tiger 2, this Tiger, sorry, is just surely just going to roll down and destroy me. Now this is me just kind of wiggling about, getting ready to shotgun if I need to. Here's the Tiger, what can we do? Oh my god. Now that that was a shot. I can only take some credit for that. I think that was mostly luck, but I'm still pleased as hell with that. I must have only have got that off seconds before he fired off his second shot and killed me. He was unlucky to miss the first one. So that was shot of the game for me, and I thought that had peaked it. But there's a little bit of a more of a treat for you guys left. What do we got? 50 seconds left of the cap. 1 tank left. And 4 kills. Pretty pleased with that with artillery. 7 damaging shots. I think one of those was a double from damaging 2 tanks with 1 shell. Try my luck. Misses by a mile. Okay, 31 seconds. 25 seconds to reload. Under 30 seconds on the clock. Ten seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enemy base captured. Oh yes. So I told you there are a couple of good shots to end with. Like I said, you're gonna have a lot of bad rounds before you see a good one like that in artillery. Purely just from the luck of where your shots land. But yeah, pretty pleased with that. 1700 XP with premium and artillery. To be fair, if 2,500 damage, nah, not so much. 5 kills is good. I'd be more pleased with sort of 3-4k plus in this. But to be fair, getting over 1,000 XP in any artillery, I'm pretty pleased with, because you never get any spotting points. Everyone else gets your spotting points, which makes it very hard to level up and very slow and painful. Yeah, so that's it from me for this time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the rest of the ones I've done. There's a bunch of different tanks, and there's going to be more coming every week. So I've been Ben. We're the Beer Guys. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.